Hello Sagittarius, welcome to the Black Hearted Oracle. Before we get started, I'd like to pay homage and reverence to Mother Sustainer, Father Creator, and of course my beautiful ancestors. Now, this spread I was guided to do for you guys, it's called a Rod and Staff general reading, and what it is it's a 4-part video series dealing with self-love, soul guidance, obstacles to walking your path, and finances. This one is self-love, and it's the number 1 reading. And what it is, it's meant to show you blockages that you're having in your life and ways to overcome them so that you can gain access to the 2020 energies that we're going to be privy to come 2020. Okay, let's get started. Normally when I shuffle, I ask for 1 card. But for your self-love reading, a lot of cards popped out. So you got a lot of extra messages. The first one is partnership, and this is from the Abundance Angels deck. And it says, allow healthful, supportive partnerships into your personal life and career. Both parties will benefit as a result. You are receiving help from heaven and from a person who brings needed skills and resources. The second message is let go of guilt. And it says, when you allow your light to shine brightly, you inspire others. Forgive yourself for what you think you've done or not done, and trust that God loves you unconditionally for who you are. Learn and grow from past mistakes instead of berating yourself for them. The third message is gratitude list, and it says, counting your blessings and feeling gratitude for what you already have helps you to be centered in your heart instead of fixated on worries in your mind. What and who are you grateful for right now? Keep focusing upon gratitude and you'll discover the amazing generosity of this universe. The second message comes from the Sacred Vision deck. And it is 10, Power, Butterfly Dreaming. It says, you are a spirit warrior who sings your song line, your agreement to live. Excuse me. From the moment of your birth into the restrictive physical world, you must call upon the mysterious language of intuition to remember the world from which you came, the world of your dreams and spiritual relationships. It is from here that you feel your true power. As the spirits of all living beings must find their physical home, so must your song line be given its everlasting home within your heart. As a butterfly must have a world of awareness in one wing and the dream world in another to fly, she must also have the connection between them to live, the heart. No matter how turbulent or challenging your life may be, no one can ever take your song line from its home. Now, the third messages come from the chakra, and you receive 2 of those, chakra oracle deck. And the first one is rejection. Okay. And it says, you no longer need to prove yourself. This is about understanding who you are and what you have created. Ivory allows others into your life. Choose wisely. You don't have to be on the inside track. Be true to yourself and you will not be unhappy. Rejection is spirit's protection. Am I working with or against my environment? What is the purpose of my present solitude? Others' approval, unsupportive environment, working alone, arrival of a teacher. Protection, exclusion, and development. Now, the second message comes from the same deck, and it is the self-worth. And it says, salmon is the color of deep emotional peace. You have been given a gift of self-love. This card indicates a love of life and no longer trying to prove your value to others who may not see what you see. Rely on your inner knowing. People, events, and material objects beyond your frame of reference are being drawn to you. Aim higher, for you will draw even greater experiences into your life. Allow your energy to grow. Receiving is in action. Receiving is an action. How do I relate to the world? Deserving? Am I ready to allow myself to receive what others may not? Greater knowledge, innocence, curiosity, being rewarded, receiving divine love, faith, self-love, and value. Now, the next message comes from the Animal Medicine deck, and you receive 4 of these. So, this one is 10, Turtle, Mother Earth, or Mother Sustainer. And it says, ground yourself. The Fairy Realm, Doorkeeper, Water and Earth, honor creative source, and slow down your pace. So water and earth has to do with your emotions and your stability. So it's telling you that it's, well, we won't, sorry. I always jump ahead. Let's get into the rest of the messages. 37, and it's Antelope. It says, overcoming obstacles, higher purpose, taking action is key to life, understanding life and death, adaptability of mind and instincts, knowledge, action, survival, action, and speed. Oh, let's do it like that. The next message is Moose, 11, and it says, wise beyond years in speech, inner knowing, swift silent moves, awkward yet graceful, autumn, and seawater. And the last one is 5, Bear, and it's introspection leads to answers, the 7 color rays, lunar ties, and caution, healing, and leadership. Now, your next set of messages comes from the Shadow and Light deck, and the first message is Snow Angel. The signs are with you already. And we'll read briefly from the book. And it says, carve out signs in the most stark and lifeless places. She leaves signs for those who cannot see. Shapes them again and again until one day, those who deny she is watching over them finally wake up. It is your blindness, your unwillingness to see that holds you back, not life itself. Feel their blessings and begin to live anew. I will continue to leave my mark in the snow, with a feather falling from the sky, in the gentle voice that speaks to you at night, and even in the gentle prod I will give you from behind. You have already received very definite, clear signs, ones that you have asked for over and over again. It is the message you are refusing to hear. It is your own fear and attachment to hesitating that keeps you on pause. It is time to see what has already been shown to you and take action immediately without hesitation. The signs are with you already. And it's a number 4. And the second message is number 5. And it is trick or treating, we're here. It says, take time to discover what is bubbling. It could be wonderful, and yet you may be fearful that it's woeful. It's going to take courage to find out the truth. But if you do find that courage, you'll discover what you need, that you need not be scared by the appearance of death. He's just here to help you change. And Jack-o'-lantern is here to help you light up something that you've been hiding from. The little witch with her apprentice, they are ready to help you understand the depth of your magic. Don't be afraid. Don't judge everyone by appearances. Instead, understand what lies beneath and discover what it is that they want, and then feel out for any strings attached. We want you to exercise your feelings and clairsentience, the ability to know, and not to rely upon appearances for your signals. It's up to you. It's up to you now to decide whether you are going to take the time to discover what something really is all about, or simply judge it based on how it appears to be at first glance. They may reveal to you a world more wonderful than you thought possible. And all you need is courage. Now, the next message comes from the Black-Hearted Oracle, and it's wait a bit, think it through, caution. Whatever you call your elders, their wisdom is here knocking at your door of your mind and ringing the bell of your heart. Something is amiss in your life. A wolf in sheep's clothing is closer than you think, and if you are not careful, you could lose more than you bargained for. Take some time to rethink an offer that you are receiving. It's beginning to look more like fool's gold. Don't allow anyone to manipulate you and take advantage of your energies. A lot of people will stick around you just to have access to your abundance. So take precautions with offers that sound better than it looks. And your last message comes from the Fairy Oracle deck, and it's emotional healing. And it says, as your heart heals of old emotional pain, you receive new blessings and love. Okay, so as we can see here, Sagittarius, what this is saying with this self-worth and rejection, it's really telling you that now is a really good time for you to do this emotional healing. Whatever rejection that you have gone through, remember it said that rejection is God's protection. You know, so whatever rejection this was, it was for your benefit. You know, it was for the glow up, for you to really get in tune with your intuition and your power. And while you're going through this emotional healing, you need to let go of guilt and, you know, live in a state of gratitude. Because you already know what and who you are. You know, it's very obvious with this self-worth. And it's funny because if you look at this picture very closely, right, you could see the angel, the snow angel, as it's represented here in this this card. So it is really telling you about your self-worth and your self-love, that it's necessary at this time, you know, because you're wise beyond years. I mean, you're viewed as the seer, you know, as a, like, not really prophetic, but just somebody who is wise, you know, who is abundant in knowledge. So if you're feeling rejection, you need to ground yourself. You know, and support yourself with positive partnerships. Do a little investigating for yourself. You know, discover who you are. Because when we get to a point of emotional damage, you're broken to be rebuilt. And when you're rebuilt and you're rebuilding yourself, you come out so much more powerful and so much more stronger. And you definitely come out more grateful. Because, I mean, even though this emotional healing, you can feel a little awkward, but yet you're still graceful. Because, I mean, as we know, Sagittariuses are. And focus on your higher purpose to overcome these obstacles. Because whatever you've been through is most definitely going to grant you knowledge and access to a higher self-worth and self-love, as the cards spoke about. Okay, let's get into your next set of messages. The second portion of this reading, it says ego, and it says a false sense of entrapment, being focused on material things, negative and fear-based thoughts. This card is the Devil card, and the card represents for me everything that tastes good, feels good, looks good, smells good, but in the end destroys us. Now, We have the 7, which is the Chariot, and this is movement. This is boldly moving forward. You know, yeah, people say cars and stuff, but being that this is not that kind of reading, this is about the blockages that you need to work through in order to, you know, gain full control of your self-love and yourself. This is saying that you're going to boldly move forward away from these, or this is what you should do. Is if you're being surrounded by these egoic devil energies, you're definitely need to let go of these energies, whether they're yours or they're in your environment. Because remember, what card was that? This one that was speaking about fighting against your environment, you know. So your environment or you have these devilish tendencies, then you're gonna have to be able to stand your ground on these things. You know, you have to guard these emotions, because the only way for us to be successful within self is to be able to harness our dark and our light energies as one, you know, to be able to have full control of our destiny. Now, the second message, it's water flight, and that is 14, and that turns out to a 5, which symbolizes change. And it says heaviness lifts, burdens are cast away, weightlessness. So we receive the Page of Swords, the 5 of Pentacles, and the Wheel of Fortune. Now, I love this because as you let go of guilt and you stay in an attitude of gratitude and develop your self-worth and redevelop your self-worth by getting rid of these devil energies, that's what's going to happen. You know, this message, this truthful message, you know, or research that you're doing, well, yeah, we'll say research. It's going to allow you to come out of this 5 of Pentacles energy. You know, this is the woe is me. This is the Harper card. This is, I'm too much of a scoundrel. I'm too much in this energy to go within this presumed holy place to look for guidance and look for help. You know? So, but all of that is going to change because a water flight is going to happen. You know, you're going to be rescued. The heaviness is going to be cast away when you can develop this self-worth. Because a Wheel of Fortune is here. And as you can see, you see the time card, right? You see the time and the trumpet is being blown. The third message comes from the Romance Angel, and this is unrequited love. And it says there's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. Exactly. So whether you are rejected or you are rejecting someone or someone has rejected you, it's still going to result in your self-worth when you come to terms with whatever situation that you're in. You know, and hopefully this unrequited love is not of self. You know? Hopefully it's a outside person's, I mean, I hate to say that, but I would prefer it for you that it was an outside person and not unrequited love with yourself due to rejection. And it's the 3 of Swords, which is heartbreak. You know, this is being ran through. This is deception, frustration, jealousy, a broken heart. And the Queen, the Empress, sorry. And this is the Queen of Pentacles. So out of this heartbreak, you know, out of this rejection, out of these devil energies, you're going to move forward, and you're going to male, female energies, masculine, feminine energies. That's not the point here. You're going to be in a creative energy flow, and you're going to focus more on your pentacles, because you remember one of your cards, where was it? I think it was your animal cards. Yeah, the turtle, which is the earth, you know, Mother Earth, and this is the Queen of Pentacles. She represents an earth sign. It says ground yourself. Ground yourself in these Empress energies in order to reclaim your self-worth and get rid of this broken heart. Because you can't create anything abundant and beautiful out of these energies if you're sitting in them, but you can use this as a fuel to regain your self-worth and get rid over this unrequited love. Now, your last message comes again from the romance angels, and it's healing family issues. It says your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. And what we have is justice, the 11, and your card. Right? So, what this is saying is you will find justice in your balance, into stepping fully into your Sagittarian energies of filling your own cup, you know, being grounded, because one of her feet is fully planted on the earth, represented here again. And she only has a tip of her toes in the water. Her whole other foot is not submerged in water. So it means that she's not submerged in her emotions. She's more into the balance and filling her own cup. I mean, look at the pleasantness on her face. Right? So if you're having issues in your family with it, I mean, for me, family is anyone like your soul tribe. But if this is actually your blood family and you're having issues, try to find the justice in the situation. Or if it's coming to the point where it's unfixable, then, you know, you'll have to seek legal counsel. But as I said, it's not that kind of reading. So we're going to stick mostly with this as self-love. So, as again, you will get your justice by regaining your balance. Okay, Sagittarius, I thank you so much for visiting the Black-Hearted Oracle. I hope this message finds you well, and I pray that you find your higher self in the quiet places, and may Ma'at hold you in her loving grace. Ashe.